So the secret of any of these exercise programs that we do is to be consistent. What I'm going to do today is show you something that's not quite as difficult. It can be used as sort of the next day exercise, a little bit easier than the day before, which was a harder workout. So these things are going to not take as long. They're shorter, but still what they do is they develop a foundation. They develop a foundation of core strength. They develop a momentum if you continue to do them, because the more you do them, the more you'll like them. So again, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter deal, but here's something else to remember. Everything that I show you will have three important aspects. It'll have elements of strength, it'll have cardiovascular fitness, and it'll have flexibility. And those are three important building blocks in order for us to get healthier and stronger and get to the point where we want to go. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is go back to some trunk rotations. And I do these because it's so important to understand the importance of using the center, using the trunk. This is the power source from my upper thighs through my hips, my buttocks, my lower back. That's the area that generates the power. So we certainly want to make sure that that area is strong. Once again, important for maximum turn that you turn your heels up every time that you turn. Each time you twist one way, a heel comes off the floor. There we go. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring our hands together and simply stretch up to the ceiling. Now again, when you do this, lock your elbows out. So you're getting a full stretch. And again, as you're doing this whole workout, as you're doing any workout, remember the importance of big inhales and big full exhales. Relaxing the body and getting the full use of your oxygen. Good, and then from here, just bring your hands down to the side of your head, pull your elbows back and stretch out the back and the shoulder muscles. You can even feel this in your center and your belly. And again, breathing fully, relaxed. Take your time. Again, as you're inhaling and exhaling, you can do this a couple different ways. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, or in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, as your exercise gets more difficult, you may need to change that pattern to mouth and mouth breathing, because it's a little more difficult to go in through the nose. But breathing in through the nose is a good way to get full oxygen into the body. And the little hairs that you have in your nose seem to filter that air really well. So the inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, if you can, is a really good way to breathe. Good, now from here, we're gonna just lean off in one direction and stretch the sides. Again, when you stretch, try to reach as far as you can with this hand so you can really feel the sides and your oblique muscles working. Good, and then come up, and we're gonna do the same stretch, go to the other side. Again, breathing the whole time. Good, now from here we're going to go through a 4-count shoulder rotation. So your fingers are on your shoulders, you're going 1, 2, 3, 1. Each place you go to has a stopping point, so it's not just a continuous rolling, but it's stop, 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 and when you go from here to the next, it's an explosive, quick turning of the center. So 4-count, 10 shoulder rotations. Three more times. Good, and now from here we're going to do a set of squats with the 10-second hold. So from here, it's 10 squats. Again, as I'm doing, I'm breathing fully. I'm bringing that oxygen into my body so that I'm always in a position where I can recover, regain that strength. Good, and now from here, I'm going to do a 10-second hold. And then once again, 10 squats. And And second set of 10-second hold. And the third set of squats. And one more 10-second hold. Good, and now I'm going to go down to the floor and go into a plank position. Again, you can do this either on your knees or with your legs straight. And I'm going to do a 30-second plank. And from here, I'm going to turn over on your back and start working the center, the muscles of the abdomen. And first thing, one knee will stay bent. That foot can be either on the floor or slightly off the floor. The other leg is out straight with the knee locked at a 45-degree angle. And we're going to go down and up 10 times. Now, if you like to make this a little more difficult, you can either, first of all, you can do it with your head down on the ground. Or if you want to make it a little difficult, just raise your shoulders and your chest off the floor, and you can feel that immediately in your center. Again, the whole time you're breathing, relax your body. Good, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And take your time. No need to rush this. Come close to the floor on the way down. Good, and then from here, the next thing, once again, one knee bent. This time your leg is going up, full extension, out, and in. And we're shooting for 10 of those on this side as well. Now, once again, if you're starting this out and 10 is difficult, or whatever number I suggest to you is difficult, then again, you do what you can and take your time and move on to the next exercise. In time, you won't have any trouble at all doing the suggested repetitions. Full extension, good range of motion, and a lot of breathing. Good, and then the same on the other side. Again, with any of these, if you need to support your back, just put your hands below your lower back to support that arch in your back, and that can help a lot. A couple more times. Okay, now we're going to bring it in, and this time we're going to alternate legs. So just simply extend and lock for a few seconds, extend and lock. And we're going to get 10 of those on each side also. And again, continue with your breathing, relax your body, and think about your form. So your legs extended, your hip and your knee are locked. Hold it there for a little bit. Switch to the other side. And there we've got 10. Okay, I'm going to go back over to a plank once again. So same as we did before, right into our 30-second plank. Okay. So here we go. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to flip back over on the back once again. And this time we're going to do a leg raise. So we're going to shoot for 30 seconds. Again, any discomfort in your back at all, put your hands below your lower back to support. So from here, we're going to extend, hold it for 30 seconds, 3 to 4 inches off the floor. Good, and then from here we're going to legs apart. Same thing, 30 seconds. Okay, now from here, let's check and see what the next thing is here. What we're going to do is go with the same motion we did before, where we did one leg up, out, and in. We're going to do the same and try with 2 legs. Okay, so from here, the motion is up, out, and in. And I'm going to suggest 10 of these. So again, do what you can. A lot of breathing going on. Again, this is a great exercise for the core. But take your time. Take your time. Okay, and then we're going to come back over into a plank position once again. 30 seconds on the plank. Good, and then back to the back, and we're going to do just the opposite of the up, out, and in. We're going to do 10 out, up, and in. Okay, so from here, simply out, up, and in. When you're bringing those legs up, you want to just use the center so that you're not jerking your legs off the floor at all. Again, continue with your breathing. Relax your body. And then from here, we're going to bring you up to your feet, and we're going to do a little bit of movement on the feet. Your left leg is forward, you're chopping your feet, and I'm going to use my left hand and punch 50 times. The faster you chop your feet, the more you engage your heart, get your breathing going. So 50 with the left hand. And then 50 with the right. Good, and then from here, stretching out. So one leg forward, other leg back, toes pointed forwards, shoulder and chest extended back straight, Deep breathing, relax your body. Good, and then fingers together. Extend forward, locking the elbows. Again, good rule of thumb when you do this is keep your front knee bent so far that you can't see your front toes. And then reach overhead. Okay, and then switch. Other leg forward. Same thing, good bend on the front. Body square, relax your breathing. And then stretch to the front. And overhead. Okay, and from here, feet are 2 shoulder widths apart, toes are pointed straight, bend at the waist, try to lock your knees out, and just slowly inhale and exhale your way down to the floor. Good, and now work to one side. And then over to the other. You want to hold your stretches at each location for 20 to 30 seconds and then move on to the next. Good. Okay, so there you have it. Now, once again, there's all kinds of different theories about how long you should work out. And again, my thought is that it's not so much the length of the workout, but it's the quality and the intensity of the workout. Posture is important, form is important, doing the exercise correctly and making sure that you have some understanding of how well you're doing it is a good thing. The other thing is intensity and speed. There has to be intensity, there has to be energy when you're going through the movement. Now, that being said, intensity and energy can come from both slower and faster movements, but it all has to work together to get you to the point where you're doing quality exercise, where you're exerting yourself, where you're getting your heart rate and you're getting your breathing rate to accelerate. So give this a try. Again, this is a little bit more of a easier paced. This is the kind of workout you do on the day after you do the harder one. So the harder one, the easier one, the harder one, the easier one. The secret is make sure you're doing it. So best of luck to you.